Among the leading ladies of the Nigerian movie industry, there are Nigeria's sweethearts, and then there's Nigeria's super sweetheart. That distinction is made possible because of one actor. It's not easy placing Genevieve and Naji together in the same group as many of the sweethearts.
Genevieve Nnaji is easily the crown princess of Nollywood, with more than 25 years of performance on screen and enduring over many of our peers through evolving times to become the biggest name in the Nigerian film industry. On the actor's stake, we want to know how she did it. So welcome. I am your regular host. My name is Oye Ari, and I'll be having my acting colleagues to join me in the debate.
Most persons who started acting from childhood never continue with that profession in adulthood. The very few who continue mostly manage to survive in the profession. This is why in the case of Genevieve Nnaji, who started out as a child actor, it has been a unique and indeed singular career journey. The popular TV drama series of the late 80s, Ripples, was Genevieve's break into acting. The time period of a decade in between that and when she rejoined the movie renaissance in the late 90s was enough to have diminished the fire of acting that was ignited. But not young Miss Nnaji. In 1998, she hit the movie screens with important roles that would stamp her as one of Nigeria's sweethearts.
Over the past years, there haven't been a lot more sweethearts added to the list of leading men and women in Nollywood. It's so tricky to be added to that list, yes. We are working hard towards reaching that level. Potential sweetheart join me in the studio as we discuss this topic on how to attain the level and what makes Genevieve come tops. I want to introduce to you an actor, a producer, a filmmaker. Well, what can I say? Gorgeous. Oluwatosin Adeyemi.
Hi.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Round of applause for you. And I have, will I call him a gentleman? A gentleman. Yes, he's a producer, a filmmaker, an actor. Asonibare Adekunle.
Thank you very much. Delighted to be here.
You're welcome. A round of applause for you too. Guys, welcome. I hope you're good.
Yes, I'm good.
I'm good.
You're good. Okay, my first question goes to Oluwatosin.
Ladies.
I want to ask, how does it feel? You know, we are talking about Genevieve today on this edition of The Actor's Take. And we all know that she's a sweetheart, clearly. But I want to ask you, how does it feel being a sweetheart? I know you would like to, you know, be there, you know, in the love of everybody, being a sweetheart to, you know, many fans, many of your fans out there. But how does it feel like being in that position of love from your fan?
Okay. I think it's not the same for everyone.
Okay.
Some people might not know how to handle it, but let's say most people appreciate the fact that, oh, you're doing something and then people see what you're doing and want to associate themselves with you. So I think that that's how it feels. Like you're appreciated. You step somewhere and people say, oh, we saw you somewhere. Oh, I would like to take a picture with you. Oh, this. So it's a fantastic feeling. It shows that, oh, you're doing something right.
Yes.
So, basically.
Asonibare, you know, how does it feel for you? You know, let me ask you.
It's a great thing to be, to do something that people will appreciate. And if you're doing something that the society appreciates, it shouldn't get to your skull or get to your head. Appreciate them for the fact that they appreciate you for what you have done.
Have you ever been in the situation where everybody was just around you because of your works? Like, I saw you here, and things like that.
Definitely, there are a lot of times like that such has happened.
Oh, really?
Yes. For instance, there was a day I was in a banking hall, and an episode of my job was just then when they used to air, soap operas and stuff like that. They would just put it on mute. And I saw myself, and somebody standing behind me. Notice that this was a guy in my front in this TV. I was ashamed of myself. Like, what? Just like that. And we were like, the lady now pointed at me to some people, and they were like, that's the guy. I said, I was like, I didn't even know what to do at that point in time. I was like, thank you. So I hurried to just get out of the banking hall.
The attention was getting too much.
Exactly.
They didn't give you extra cash or something.
Didn't give me extra cash. I would have loved to receive extra cash anyway.
I know you will have been in the center of such situation. Let me say, how did you manage it? If you have ever experienced it, which I should say, I know that you have experienced it.
Let's just say, I just handle it. I just smile back, and, just enjoy it and move ahead. It's one of those things. It's one of the perks of the job, so you just have to live with it.
There are some of our colleagues that normally you look at them, you will see the traits of arrogance in them, your attitude to the so-called producers, directors, because some of them will work with you and they will not want to work with you again.
Okay, they're always saying once things like this happen, then you don't have to let it get into your head, But we have seen a lot of actors. I want to limit it to my field now because I know it's everywhere. I want to see a lot of actors that this has really affected, in a negative way. I cannot start to point out and say this and that, but as an actor, you just said, okay, we need to, handle it with, but there are some actors that's full of arrogance everywhere. You come to them, let me have a picture. Okay. What do you feel happened? Because we can't say maybe it's intentional, probably he's in a bad mood, but let me start with you, Tosin. What would you say is the problem?
First things first, people are different.
Okay.
So the way a person will handle a situation totally be different from someone who's had some training.
Okay, still boils down to training too as well.
Yes. And also some people are just bitter. No, some people are bitter. So you cannot really, you can't blame them. Of course, there's no other person to blame, but you handle it nonetheless. So you walk up to someone and the person ignores you or, gives you a sour attitude or something. You just give the person some space. So just, stay in your lane and I'll stay in my lane, that kind of thing. But it's not a good thing, though. Okay. I've experienced it so many times.
Oh, really?
But I know how to, move ahead from such situations because I'm different. They are different. I wouldn't do that to someone. But if someone does it to me, well, I'll let you know. I don't like keeping things in mind, so I'll let you know, this is what you did, and I'll just move ahead from there. You take it or you leave it.
Ashonibare, have you ever been in a situation where you see your senior colleague? I just saw, and you're not starstruck, but you just want to go and talk, have a chit chat with him or her, and you get some sort of attitude. Have you ever been in this situation?
Well, it depends, because one should be able to study situation before you approach anybody. In my experience, when I see somebody who is trying to assimilate his or her lines, and you want to walk up to that person as senior colleague to say, oh, I love working with you, I love being on site with you today, and stuff like that. You have to observe the situation of what the person is probably passing through at that particular time. So a couple of times that I've mingled with people, I've told them that I love to work with you. I've been longing to work with you, and today I'm happy to be with you today. I mean, they've never turned me back anyway. I think it depends on the approach I give to them.
Yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, what happens when the person is not assimilating lines, the person is doing nothing?
Nothing.
Like, for instance, some of the people that have given me attitudes, it hasn't been because I went to meet them to say, I want to do something with you or anything. No. They just have the aura of arrogance, like you said. They just have it. So it's putting people around them down. It's all that kind of attitude. So, you know, people just tend to, okay, let me leave this person alone.
See, it's applicable to all of us.
Okay.
It's applicable to all of us. There are some of our colleagues that normally you look at them, you will see the traits of arrogance in them.
Yeah.
I just greet them at this time.
And then you walk away.
So I leave it to them to even come and meet me.
Exactly.
There are a couple of times that I'll have to run lines with someone, and I've noticed that probably she's putting some attitude or stuff like that. I just concentrate on my own job.
Yes.
I make sure that I'm getting my lines properly. And so many occasions, she or he will not even get his own lines well.
Yes.
He will need my assistance to run lines.
To run lines.
So that I will now be happy that eventually.
Yeah. And I have to come back to you and be like,
Definitely.
please, just help me a bit.
Genevieve hit the screens running, literally. In the movie, The Last Party, Genevieve's character was running and running and running. In her first major role in the movie, Last Party, Genevieve played a teenage girl who was misled by her wayward friends to go on a boat cruise with dubious and murderous white men. On the boat, her character refused to give the white men a good time in the bedroom, and soon she realized that the white men had killed off all her friends and were now after her to throw her off the boat into the sea. That role got the audience paying attention and got producers calling.
Since that time, it has been from one major role to another major role to another major role, over 80 movies. And every movie was sure to attract the attention of the Nigerian movie lovers because the Nigerian sweetheart was starring in it. Adeyemi Oluwatosin, I want to ask you, what does it take to be Nigerian's leading sweetheart?
Okay. Well, I don't know that because I am not Nigeria's leading sweetheart. Okay. But I think it's a prestigious position to be because you're in the eyes of everyone.
Okay.
Everyone sees you, and Nigeria, or let me say Nollywood, is not national, it's international.
International, yes.
You understand? So you're in everyone's eyes. Everyone hears about you, everyone talks about you, everyone wants to see you. So I think it's a conscious position to be. You have to be conscious about everything you're doing. You have to be cautious too in your dealings. So
probably be
it's not an
about
easy.
What you let out.
Yes, what you let out, what you take in. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy place to be. So. Okay.
Hard work.
Hard work.
Yeah.
And your hard work, number one, and again your attitude to the so-called producers, directors, because some of them will work with you and they will not want to work with you again. Probably because of your attitude towards even your work. Some of them will be telling you they're waking up for 9 o'clock when we all know that camera must roll latest by 8 o'clock. So your attitude, your hard work puts you there.
Knowing your craft too.
Knowing your craft too.
Knowing what you're doing. Because if you're not good, no one wants to use you for their movies, for their films.
Most definitely.
So, yes.
That's still hard work.
Yes. How many of our Nollywood actors have been able to penetrate into Hollywood? There is none.
Miss Nnaji is among the actors who contributed to the revival and renaissance of the Nigerian movie industry, working hard on every film and motivated by passion for the art. As a result of her work, Genevieve Nnaji broke a number of records. She became the first actress to be awarded Best Actress at the 2001 City People's Awards, an award ceremony which had previously only awarded politicians and business conglomerates. Genevieve was also the first actress to be awarded as Best Actress by the Census Board of Nigeria in 2003.
The greatest actors are usually talented. They have many parts to them. They can dance, they can sing, they can write, they can produce, so many things that they can do. And Genevieve showed us her other part when she released a music album in 2004 titled One Logo Line. It is a mixture of R&B, urban, and hip-hop, and it was a sensation throughout the continent.
In 2015, when Genevieve put her hands to producing her first movie titled Road to Yesterday, she showed great talent again, going on to win the award for Best Movie Overall, West Africa, at the 2016 Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards. In modeling, Ms. Nnaji registered an enviable accomplishment when she became the face of Lux, one of the highest lucrative sponsorship deals in Nigeria. She is considered one of the highest paid actresses in Nollywood. Sweethearts don't come cheap. It is no wonder Genevieve can afford to start a clothing line that donates its profits to charity.
All right, Tosin, let me ask, who do you see in the industry right now to attain that position of Nigerian sweetheart in the next 10 years?
Myself. Yes, thank you. Nice thank you. So myself, in as much as there's me, there's Jemima.
All right.
Jemima Osunde. There's Adesuwa Itomi. We know Adesuwa is in all the cinemas right now. She's in almost all the movies and all that. Yes, but to me, she has not gotten to the Genevieve class.
Okay.
Yet.
She's still on the way.
Yeah, she's still on the way. So I think if I know she's very hardworking.
Yeah.
So if she keeps, going on like that, she'll definitely be there. So, yeah.
We are going on break right now, and we will be back with our sweethearts. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Ashoni Barre, if you look at Hollywood, there are so many sweethearts. For me, you have Julia Roberts.
She
is yours still. You have Viola Davis.
I love her.
You could mention them. Halle Berry. There are plenty. What would you have to say to Nollywood? You don't have plenty of them around. The position is vacant. It's very vacant, and there are not many laborers to fill the position, I would say. But what would you have to say to that?
That's a very, very serious question. It's a very serious situation we are in. Because, like you said, there are no many. I don't think they are up to 5.
Well,
honestly, I am telling you, for me, I do not think so. You just mentioned Julia Roberts. You mentioned Viola Davis. Are you kidding me? Do you know? See, let me calm down. Do you know what these people are doing? Do you know the training they have? And like he said, we have actors that would just come up just because, oh yeah, we have the look, so we've featured in so many movies, or, a director calls me and say, oh, I want you to be in my movie. So because I'm in about 5 movies, I'm good. I don't need to, be better at what I'm doing. You need to train. Now, most of these people that you would mention in Hollywood have training, theater. They have the training.
We have severally.
They have the training. So it's not like they just came out of the blues and said, oh, we are in Hollywood. No. They have training. Like they trained for years. Even some of the... I will still mention Adesua. Right now, Adesua is a fantastic actor.
Yes.
Stage, film. She is a fantastic actor. And she has theater training. Wow. Not just Adesua. There's Adelaoye. There's Diana Yekini. There are so many of them. They have theater training. Now, these are people... I'm not saying that if you don't have theater training, you're not good. There are some people that went to film schools and they were taught. What I'm saying is you need to train. You don't think you know it all. You want to be an actor or you think you're an actor, further train. Now, people are watching.
Yes.
Nollywood.
Yes.
People are watching. Now, how many of our Nollywood actors have been able to penetrate into Hollywood? There is none.
That's a big problem.
There is none. There's none.
There's none.
Honestly. Apart from the British actors, we have David Oyelowo, we have John Boyega, we have all of them. But we need to train. I think...
So right now, the position of training cannot be overemphasized. Definitely. Wow. Okay. Many movies, awards and nominations, international recognitions, brains surpassing beauty. And most of all, the most important of all, love from millions and millions of fans across Africa. Genevieve checks all boxes to being Nigerians' sweetheart. I would say you guys have spoken so well. And then, I know that to catch the heart of millions of movie lovers out there, there has to be, it depends on the particular role that you've been playing for long and that they love you for it. I know particularly that Genevieve has taken on more romantic role than any other type of role.
Well,
yes. Yes, she has done that. And, we love her for the go-go eyes, the shivery, the heartbreaks, the tears, the kiss, the,
Yeah, we understand you.
And all of that. Yes. And then, at the end of the day, we will still give it to her as she has captivated the heart of Nigerians, basically. In fact, people all over the world, movie lovers all over the world. So we are using this medium to celebrate Genevieve Nnaji.
We love you.
Yes, my viewers out there. I want to say thank you to my sweethearts that have come to grace.
You're welcome.
This
it's a pleasure.
episode. Okay, now shake for you. And now shake.
You're supposed to kiss my top. Oh. Mercy.
I'll see you later, guys. Be inspired.
She came from the world of modeling to climb directly to the very crest of Nollywood. She has drawn the attention and respect of the Time magazine and other international media organizations, sharing space with great women such as Michelle Obama and Beyoncé. Omotola Jalade is one of the most accomplished actors from Nigeria.
To get to the top of acting industry is hard for some artists. Well, not for someone like Omotola. It seems she has been blessed by the gods of the movies. Yes, all she needed to do was to show up at an audition in 1995. And her acting chops got her the leading role in that movie. And from there, it's been higher and higher and higher for Omotola Jalade. How she does it, I don't know. But what's her secret? Yes, because she enters a place and she hypnotizes everyone. She shows up on your screen and you are mesmerized. Wow. I'm sure by the time I'm joined by my colleagues, we will be able to analyze our works and also define the magic behind this great actor, Omotola Jalade Ikende. Hi, welcome to Actors Take, and I am your regular host. My name is Oye Ari.
The title of the film, Mortal Inheritance, will ring a bell in the minds of the ardent followers of Nollywood from the outset. Till date, it continues to be touted as one of the most significant Nigerian movies ever. It was a film of such stature that Omotola started her acting career with, and as a leading role. A character with a sickle cell anemia who overcame the challenges of the illness to start her own family. Her magic came to play as her performance shone with brilliance, tugging at the heartstrings of millions of audiences and immediately becoming Nigeria's sweetheart. Only 2 years after, the awards started rolling in.
Nollywood is like a giant rock. To get to the top, you need to have necessary connections. But there comes a time that you have a creative spirit that overcomes all the odds, surprises you by breaking barriers, and eventually becoming a living legend. Omotola is one of such creative spirit. And in the past 2 decades, we are still looking for another leading lady in the industry that will become such a legend like Omotola. How will it be? I don't know. Who will it be? I don't know. When will it happen? I still don't know. But today, I have in the studio 3 young actors who are going to be answering these questions as we discuss our icon for today, Omotola Jalade Ikende. I'm going to be introducing my guest in the studio. Gorgeous looking, melanin popping, Amanda Oru.
Hi.
You're welcome to the studio today.
Thank you so much.
You're looking good.
Oh, thank you.
Come back to that. An actor, producer, event host too as well. Kewe Ogunche.
Yes, you got it right.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Nice shirt.
Thanks.
Did you come with a spare?
Nah, I'm even returning this.
Okay. And the beautiful super actress, Valerie Dish. Welcome to the show, Valerie.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you guys. Okay, I will start my question. Ladies first. Amanda, please just tell me quickly. You're a wonderful actor, I know. Yes? So I want you to tell me, how long do you see yourself, or let me rephrase, how do you see yourself 10 years' time in acting?
Wow. That's a long-term question. 10 years' time from now, I see Amanda as someone who will be a household name in Nigeria and hopefully outside Nigeria. 10 years' time from now, I see myself not only becoming a successful actor, but also an amazing producer, because that's what I intend to do in the future. Because actually I have produced a movie before, and I intend to go full-time into it. So 10 years from now, I see myself as a household name in the industry, a producer, and hopefully one way or the other, a director, because I intend to go into directing to later, in my career, later in my career. But for now, that's where I see myself.
So you're telling me you are dedicating your life fully to
Yes,
discuss.
it's all sold out.
Totally
sold out.
Nice one. I know that quite a number of actors out there have more like the same dream that you have, but we know that it's hard work that will get us there.
Definitely.
And so yeah, we are on the path. I can see. We're on the path. Okay, let me come to you quickly. What do you think can contribute to achieving a living legend status in the industry? Like, what do you think can come in play? What can we contribute?
I think 3 things basically. First and foremost, luck, because you could be very talented and you're not lucky. Okay. Because some people stay 50 years as upcoming artists. Secondly, good attitude.
Oh, wow.
Because if your attitude sucks, then, my brother, you're only as good as your last payday job. And thirdly, I would say dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah, I'll say dedication, because if you're not dedicated, my brother, nothing you do, you'll just be leaving things halfway. And I'm saying this from self-experience. You know, so.
Valerie, with the crop of actors in the industry today, who do you see that would probably attain the, living legend status, like in some few years' time, probably?
Me.
I expected that. I was even giving you expo care where you're saying you first me reach there.
He has to be me.
Perfect answer. It has to be you.
Yes, it has to be me. And probably
maybe you can.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Conditional statement. Probably.
It's all love. It's all love.
Okay. So, but really, okay, we know you are fronting now. So, who else is there?
Who else? Who do I think I can say at this where she's there already?
Okay.
Maybe, okay, for upcoming actors, maybe I can say Jemima, I guess. Yeah, Jemima, she's on that path already. I know she's done like a couple of jobs and she's doing well for herself. So I see her going far. She's like a star in the making. She's doing pretty good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, guys at home, we'll be right back.
Most up-and-coming actors, they come into the industry and they do 1 or 2 jobs. They don't work again for a long time. They get frustrated and like, I'm not sure this is what I want to do.
She was actually a prostitute. Yeah. Then, she is a liar. You understand?
As actors, we all have 1 or 2 ideas on how to brand ourselves and how to make the fans embrace it. For Omotola, I think we figured it out. She sets higher and higher goals for herself, and she works hard to achieve them. This is her secret. This is her charm.
Omotola Jalade always goes for more, higher, greater, and beyond the boundaries of the last accomplishment. Omotola's career path has shown that she has been moving from one big challenge to an even bigger one. While many of her colleagues in the movie industry seem to be contented with working from within only Nollywood, Omotola has set goals for herself that take her beyond the borders of the country and indeed beyond the African continent. After breaking the record for being the youngest Nigerian actor to win the Best Actress Award at the THEMA 1997, she quickly became a leading lady. Ever since, Omotola has been leading a pack of actresses in Nollywood to conquer the world.
Talent, training, beauty, and brain. All of these are important in making it in this industry. Omotola has it all. But it is clear that she has more. And I would like to hear what my colleagues here have to say about the meteoric rise in the industry that has a lot of barriers in making it big time. Guys, what would you say contributed to her being a living legend? That is Omotola right now. Okay. What do you guys think? Let me start from Valerie.
I think she's dedicated to her craft. Like she went in wholly into acting, like not partly. She put all she has in it. So I think it's a very good thing to do that. She's dedicated to her craft.
Okay, Kevin?
For something that you started in the mid-90s and you're still big in it, it means there is something called persistency and consistency that you exhibit and exude that makes it very difficult for people to but just notice you. And that's what she's done, particularly mixed with her beauty, of course, and the fact that she's been scandal-free for a married woman in the industry. She's really capitalized on that scandal-free actor. Nobody wholly past anybody, but she knows how to really keep her stuff
away from
away from whatever, and that's worked for her. So when people are actually celebrating her, they're not just celebrating the actress, they're celebrating the mom, celebrating the wife, and they're celebrating someone who has, to a large extent, been very involved in philanthropic activities. helping the voiceless. You know, Nigerians, we buy into those kind of things, and I think she's done that to the best of any entertainer. Yeah.
Okay. Amanda.
As regards to her relevance in industry up to now, I would agree with Valerie. Dedication is very important. I believe she was sold out from the beginning. Most up-and-coming actors, they come into the industry and they do 1 or 2 jobs. They don't work again for a long time. They get frustrated and like, I'm not sure this is what I want to do. No, I'm broke.
They don't get they don't get called back.
So and they go for auditions 2, 3 times, 4 times, and there are no callbacks. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
I'm not sure.
That's doubting their purpose.
You know, so and they lose it. So Omotola, I believe she was sold out to, to the craft. This is what I wanted to do. She came in with the passion, the love for it, before the money, the fame, and every other thing that came along with it. So dedication, consistency, and persistence. So I think that's, for me, that's really important.
Omotola has always been involved in humanitarian and philanthropy initiatives. Her NGO project, called the Omotola Youth Empowerment Program, brings youth together for empowerment and development. She became a United Nations World Food Program ambassador in 2005, which took her to missions in Sierra Leone and Liberia, and also participated in the Walk the World campaign in Liberia with President Ellen Sirleaf Johnson. Her campaigns for Amnesty International and in the Niger Delta in Nigeria have made measurable impact.
What would you say you like about Omotola? What is your favorite now, acting-wise?
Okay.
Acting-wise.
Okay, acting-wise. I would say that Omotola is one way or the other. She's a good method actor. She interprets her character like she gives you the moment, but time. Omotola is expressing love, and you want to be in love. Omotola is crying, she's in pain. You're like, oh, this is real.
Let me cry with that.
So Omotola, for me, I see her as a good method actor. She knows how to be in the moment and leave each scene, very well.
What about you?
Until I'll just buy into what she said. Until the last 3-4 years, when Omotola, first time I saw her was a prostitute. The prostitute.
Okay.
She was actually a prostitute.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's how much she embodies her characters. And acting is basically reacting. And she reacts in a natural way. Then I saw her also in I Belong, where she was a liar. She was a liar. I can even use a past, present tense. She is a liar. You understand? So stuff like that, projects like that, actually created that level of that pedestal of being so much an actor that the upcoming guys may not be able to. But thank God, people like this will surpass that. But she's done it all, basically.
Yes, she's done it all. Do you have anything to add, Valerie?
Well, I support what they're saying. I think she's very natural. Okay. With few movies I've seen of Omotola, I think she's natural, and that's very important, actually. You don't act, you be the character. And I've seen that in her, which is very good.
Omotola has gone on breaking more ground. Yes, she has so many things to her name, you say, her philanthropic
works,
works, and a lot of that. She is even the first Nigerian celebrity to have a first reality TV show.
The real me.
And the only African celebrity to, don't let me say the only, I can't be sure, but let me say she's the first African celebrity to have up to 1 million, even if not more than 1 million likes on Facebook, and presently she has way over 3 million followers right now. And she's not stopping.
Jesus.
She's not stopping. She is not stopping. She's moving. You wish to get there, you will get there.
Even if I want to buy the followership on Instagram, I don't have the money to buy 3 million. Come on.
but we're on the path. So
Yeah.
we'll get
Yeah.
there. So guys at home, we'll be right back with this wonderful guest of mine. Stay tuned.
I was trying to avoid the sexual harassment thing because I think we keep hearing that all the time. And I don't think it's the biggest problem.
One silly girl will come on my set for audition with her breast almost fully exposed. I would detract from the fact that I wanted to audition someone and take hotel number and give her hotel number.
Having conquered the movies, Omotola Jalade went for the next challenge. She started work on a music career. In 2005, she released her debut album. It was titled Gba. The album, along with the music videos, was a sensation which drew a lot of attention. It was a music career that would span more than 8 years, with her completing a second album and then moving to the United States to work on the third album. The third album was recorded in Atlanta, GA, in partnership with a US-based company, The Bridge Entertainment. The work involved some prominent producers and songwriters with the aim of creating an album that will be embraced by the American audiences.
Welcome back. Actors in our time has so many issues facing them on the way to the top, especially the female actors. Guys, I want to ask you, what do you think is the biggest problem facing, female actors, in getting their dreams to come true, in getting to the top? What do you think is the biggest of them? Let me start with Valerie.
No, start with Amanda.
Okay, Amanda.
Female actors. Okay, apparently, to state the obvious, sexual harassment. I would say that it's everywhere. It's not just in Nollywood. Harvey Weinstein. Nobody would have, expected to hear that about him. So, I said that it's the obvious because that is what everybody will always say. Oh, sexual harassment. Oh, sleep with me before you get a role, and all of that. Then apart from that, for females, there's so much, like you go for an audition, and I know there are criteria for giving out roles and characters and all of that. But for females, we tend to be so competitive, like you're not tall enough, you're not light-skinned enough, you don't smile well, you don't have good nails, you don't dress well. So all of that, competitive words, it make me, as I said, a Melanie popping actress.
Oh my God.
When I go away and start bleaching or start using so much to go fit into the norm of light-skinned actress, like, so apart from the obvious.
So if you now have an offer where they are looking for, Melanie popping.
On bleach.
I have to unbleach and come back to Melanie popping. But apparently what I'm trying to say is, apart from the obvious of sexual harassment from male and female, male and female. It's not
yes,
it's
I
not
know.
It's not just male here.
I know the male has.
Okay, so male and female. So
You
apart
can
from
relate,
that,
right?
You understand?
So apart from that, body features also one of the things that makes, pushes people to do extreme things that they would not really want to do. That's in my own,
So Valerie, you want to talk now?
Yeah, well, I was trying to avoid the sexual harassment thing because I think we keep hearing that all the time. And I don't think it's the biggest problem. There's so many problems. What is big for you is not big for me.
Yeah.
I support the body features thing. I'm petite. Look at me put on my heels.
oh, we are petite, girl, both of us.
So I've seen times where it used to, now I don't want to say it's even a problem. Before I used to see it as a problem where you're so good, like you're so good, they can't even tell you. I've seen where they wanted to cast me for a role with a popular face and he was way taller than me and everything. I was just like, God damn it, this is the point. I hate the fact that I'm petite. But now I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem.
I don't think that should ever be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what the directors want, so they're always looking at the height, the skin color. Now she's saying something about bleaching your skin, becoming fair and everything. But even the light-skinned people to have issues. I know a particular director who said, I don't like light-skinned girls.
Okay. Oh, really?
I even worked with him, but I heard that afterwards. I'm like, oh, wow. You don't?
But the script
So you see, even light
skin,
skin, so they have issues. I think the issue is everywhere. Different problems for different people. So just when you think this is a problem, another one that you thought wasn't a problem, it's a problem.
Well, still on the sexual harassment. Okay, this sexual harassment has been overflogged.
Yeah.
But it's still there. It's overflogged, yeah, but it's happening.
But wait, let me say something.
It's happening.
This sexual
So
harassment.
we should not.
Can I chip in
it's-
something very quick?
Okay.
Let me just chip in something very quick. Martin Luther King said he dreams of a world where people will be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. I think what's is a problem with mostly the ladies in Nigerian Nollywood now is laziness and reliance on their sexual abilities instead of trying to fight for the betterment of their talent and craft and zoning themselves towards getting job and opportunities based on merit. I cannot be a judge and one silly girl will come on my set for audition with her her chest almost fully exposed. My brother, I would detract from the fact that I wanted to audition someone and take hotel number and give her hotel number.
This is true.
So then the next thing, that same girl is going on the media to say, oh, he sexually harassed me. Didn't you sexually harass the judge? Do you understand? It's a two-way thing. And it burns me, it annoys me. I see some ladies come for audition. They can't even, they are not articulate. If you're not, one of the yardstick to becoming an actor is you need to be articulate. If you're not articulate, you cannot express yourself. Yes, and somebody is coming, oh, did you came to the last audition? Oh my God. And you want to get a role. What role? House girl? Or do you understand? And I think our expectation is actually too much. The expectation, male, female, is just too much. That's hitting the nail on the head. The sexual harassment thing is like 1% of the issue. It's a yes or no thing. You want to trade by barter, pro bono. Those are terms in business. Yes. Give me something, I give you something. If not, don't be a child about it. Don't go out and say, no, I made a request. Give me sex. I'll give you a role.
Let me say this
I'm not saying it's good, but then we should not flog it like it is an issue. Because it is a non-existent issue in my world.
Quick question. Does it happen the other way around? Like female to male?
Like female directors
to
actors?
Actor, yeah.
I don't know, but I know female directors, they have soft spot for fine actors. I know I've been on like 2-3 sets where the director had soft spot for me, but I saw it as the normal opposite sex attracts kind of relationship, so I didn't read any meaning to it. I've worked with a gay director in England, and it was only the first day he touched me, like, when I knew it was gay, when he touched my hand, I felt like slapping him, but I understood that it was work, do you understand? And after that, my mindset changed. So when you smile, I'll lick my lip back. Nothing happens. We licked our lips to each other, that's all, you understand? So that's just my mindset, though.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm glad that I have you guys in the studio today. You guys really made this wonderful. You made this wonderful. You made it interactive. And the Actors Take throws the spotlight on another acting titan on the next edition of the show. See you guys. Stay inspired.
In every industry, there are eras and epochs usually defined by a certain individual who comes and has a significant impact. In the case of acting in Nollywood, one actor stands out as a force of nature, contributing hugely to the popularity of Nollywood films and to the influence of acting in Nigeria. The sensation of the character and name of Black Arrow has resonated over 2 decades because of the intensity and inborn zeal of Segun Arinze.
In the past few years, actors that have come into the acting industry are usually attracted by the fame, the riches, and endorsement, and all the shenanigans in the acting industry, far from the kind of love and drive that brought our icon on this episode, Segun Arinze, into the industry. Arinze was drawn to the stage because he was just a natural performer and a young man who simply wanted to express his creativity, far from the promise of millions of dollars and wealth and endorsement and all of that. It is a firecracker edition on the Actors State today because of the firecracker actor in the spotlight. Welcome to the Actors State, guys. And I'm your regular host. My name is Oyari. I am here with passionate and driven actors who can relate to the theme of today's episode. That is true love and commitment to the art as seen in Segun Arinze. And my guest, I'll be introducing my guest right now. First, she's an actor, a producer, and winner of the Next Movie Star reality TV show season 11. Her name is Cynthia Shalom. Cynthia, welcome on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He's an actor, a voiceover actor, and a voiceover artist. Yes. AMVCA Best Actor nominee. And Nollywood's Teddy Bear. Ooh. Imagine. Please welcome with me, Craig Ejiofor.
Thank you.
Craig, welcome. Yes, our icon for today is Segun Arinze, as you can see. And then I just want to ask you one or two questions as regards to being committed to the craft and the true love that we have that brought us this far. First, Craig, why did you choose to act? Why did you choose this craft? And how long do you think you are willing to stay in it?
Okay, I chose this because I had and still have this conviction deep in me that this is what I was created to do. Working is not working when you're doing what you love. It's just living. You are living life. When your work is actually doing what you love to do. You know, so for me, that is what acting is. I look forward to it every day on set, every day. Just being in front of this camera gives me a lot of joy, you know. So it's what there's that conviction. That's the best term to use. Your heart keeps telling you, your mind, your body, everything around you. Then the fact that, you know, thanks to God, within this short period of coming into the industry, I've been able to gain ground. Yes. It's also a pointer that I am on the right path, you know. Yes, so then as to how long, I'm willing to do this till I die. Honestly, I will do this till I die, yes.
Yeah, that's the, okay, I actually wanted to ask you a question, then I skipped it intentionally. Okay. But then I had a conviction that I shouldn't skip it.
Okay, nice.
Wait, Nollywood's Teddy Bear. Wow. Where did that come from?
Okay, this is the thing. This is an exclusive. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's pet name for me is Super Ted from the cartoon way back then.
Yeah. Super Ted, yeah.
You know, and coincidentally, you know, I've had friends, you know, who you look so cuddly, you're like a teddy bear, you're so soft, your hair, you're furry, and all that. Like, oh, okay. Fine. So yeah. So if I'm gonna be in Hollywood, I best be in Hollywood's Teddy Bear.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. An exclusive, and we're glad to have it. Yeah. So, Cynthia Shalom, what do you aim to get from acting?
Well, I think that's a very deep question and soul-searching, actually.
Yes.
Very personal. For me, I really am not looking at the now. I'm looking beyond the four walls of Nollywood. I'm looking at going international, you know, doing super projects between countries, between Africa and Hollywood, you know, such growth. It never stops. You get to that point, you aim higher. So I don't think there's a particular thing I can say to that right now.
Okay.
I just want to keep growing. Most children whose parents do not really have time to admonish them and all of that. And then they are glued to the TV. So what do you feed them when they have the opportunity to watch?
Conviction is the key word. If you are certain, if you need to pray about it, pray about
Tell
it.
them.
That this is what I was sent to do.
This one is for the both of you right now. Do you think acting has any significant thing to do for the society? Because you can as well say that acting is you just want to act you just want to play, for some people you are just playing, but is there any significance for the society? Like, is it important that you even act in the first place?
Of course it is.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Well, for me, apart from acting being entertaining, it is also educating.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
And that is the sole aim for me as an actor, to be able to pass a message. That's why you have different genres of movies. So that you can actually play to everyone's level. For instance, if you're doing a film that has to do with teenagers, or you have most children whose parents do not really have time to admonish them and all of that. And then they are glued to the TV. So what do you feed them when they have the opportunity to watch?
Yeah.
So acting for me is actually doing somebody's duty and making it realistic.
Yes.
So when they see it, they are aware that, oh, this, if I don't do that, that's education to them. And then to other categories of people. So
it also serves the purpose of orientation. Education is one thing, orientation is another. You can use actors to pass across anti-drug usage, messages, anti-robbery, every negative social norm you could think of. Actors can go on screen and campaign via movies or whatnot against such acts, which will bring about a change in the society. Also it's for those who have the talent, and who can develop it. It will also, help to provide a means of livelihood, for those ones too. So, of course, it's very important to society.
Yeah.
All right. An actor An actor said recently that he is quitting acting because there is no money in acting. Now, how do you think such public statement can affect the mind and the commitment of the young upcoming actors who are willing to commit to this? Like, how do you feel about it?
Okay, let me say two things. I'll just quote two persons. The first person says, his name is Jason Alexander. He says, if you have passion for the art, nothing and no one can stop you. Simple. The second person says, if you lose track of something promising and beautiful because of fear and its ugliness, you have become part of that ugliness. And at the same time, if you pretend that it is all beautiful when it is not, you are foolish. So find a balance.
Yes. If you hear people telling you they're leaving the game because there's no money in it, just know that those people do not have that conviction and passion for it. So if you are certain, conviction is the key word. If you are certain, if you need to pray about it, pray about it. That this is what I was sent to do. Just go and you find out that you start, you just live a very normal, comfortable.
So you will advise you that please go and get something else to do.
Go and, have a side hustle. Yes, the industry for now, have a side hustle. You get to a point, as an actor, you get to that point where you can decide to not have a side hustle. But the thing again is, we also have, there's this thing about the entertainment industry where they, they say we have our time. Yes. There's a time frame. Some are lucky to have been there, like Uncle Olu Jacobs. But you find out that many are falling along the roadside, not because they are not good anyway, but because it's that thing with the industry. I think there are certain rules and laws that govern us. So it's either some of them go on a sabbatical and they come back, some just go into oblivion. So have a side hustle.
I say the truth all the time. Okay, guys. As you can hear, they are wonderful, brilliant. We'll be back, actually. We'll be back after the break. We're going on a short break, and we'll be back to these awesome, prolific actors in the house.
When Segun Arinze was only a teenager in Ilorin, Kwara State, The neighbors on his street were concerned about his antics. Many thought he was going mad. Segun would dance on the streets from his parents' home to wherever he was going. Perhaps running an errand or going to school or just hanging out with his peers. He would do the Michael Jackson dance moves. He would sing Chris Okotie's songs. The fire of performance burned in him non-stop, so that he never cared who was watching or who was laughing at him. He was just expressing his natural creative drive. A perceptive mind would have seen that the young Segun was headed for explosive accomplishments in the creative arts.
Welcome back, guys, and it's still on commitment to acting and true love too as well. Back to my guest. When Segun Arise was acting, like when he was doing the stage and all of it back in the 80s, then there was no promise of money, cars and all of that, and no TV, no interview, no red carpet. And sometimes it's stage. Sometimes they don't even have transport money to meet up rehearsals or something. They were constantly frustrated by the process. But still, they kept at it. They were doing it. And then you begin to wonder, why? Why? Must you do it? Is it by force? But then if an actor says he's leaving the art because there is no money, truly, is there no money in acting? Is there, as in truly? Because some you'll be surprised sometimes when you see some so-called veterans or some actors that you are seeing on the big screen and you are thinking, wow, this person is made. And then you see them for real and be like, okay.
They need help.
They need help, basically. No, but really, is there no money actually?
Hey.
Wait,
Ladies
you were the last person.
Yes, that's
So
why
I should
I
start.
like this lady first.
Well, okay. In as much as we appreciate them for setting the pace, from all what you've said, you can still find passion.
Yes,
I'm sure that's what will make them walk down to wherever it is their rehearsals venues are, do these things when there's no money and every other thing. But truth be told,
Walk back home.
yes, truth be told, times have changed.
Yes.
In as much as we have passion for the art, we need to eat. We need to pay bills. We need to do all of these things. Remuneration in our industry is discouraging, sincerely. I'm sure that's why the passion still keeps us there. But really, I would say it's past time where actors just sit and think solely as actors. You may not be lucky to make it like that.
Like that, yes.
Then, in their time, there was no competition.
Yes,
it was pure, genuine love, for the art. And everybody did it because they were for it.
Yes.
But right now, I would advise actors, form your company, get a good team, good support system, go out, do something. Even if you have to film using your cell phone, you never can tell. Somebody gets to see it and give you that opportunity that you want for yourself. Yes, exactly. So you don't just sit and wait for roles to come meet you. The jobs do not come all the time. So you can't make money. It's not what happens the times you're at home and not working. What do you do with your time? So you sit up and go get it.
At the end of the day, just having to wake up every day, because there are some days as an actor, I can get a call and I'm like, I'm on my bed, I'm like, I'm busy right now. Can you wait till tomorrow or next tomorrow?
Craig, have you ever been in that position where you are frustrated to think of leaving acting? Like, have you ever experienced it? Maybe a job or something, or probably the way some set of, producers undo their project, and you felt so frustrated and you're like, what's all this? Can I just leave this and go and do something else? Like, have you ever been in that
The farthest I have come to is actually thinking of starting my own production so that I feature in my own, productions and not have to be at the, you know, beck and call of.
What got you to that point?
It's the frustration he's talking about.
Exactly.
But not to the point of totally dumping acting. It's hard. It's hard for me now to see myself doing any other. What do I do now? Do I go back and now pick up my certificates and dust all of them and start going to, you're going to apply and they're like, hi, I know you. When you are like, hello, So that aside, I'm not caught out. I tried you guys are getting exclusives though. Sometime late last year, I got consulted by a new satellite TV station, and I took charge of their comedy channel, it was supposed to be, number 8 to 5 and all that. But the catch in there for me was that I had a deal. I had an official 4 days leave every month, which all expenses paid, so I could use that time to film. Then I could also ask for more time to film, just that I wouldn't be paid for that period, which was a fair deal. And being the manager of the comedy channel, I was also supposed to commission jobs, and all that, and I would have also featured in those productions. So it's a job that wouldn't take me away from the, from acting. So it was a very win-win thing for me. But at the end of the day, just having to wake up every day, every day now, because there are some days as an actor, I can get a call and I'm like, I'm on my bed, I'm like, I'm busy right now. Can you wait till tomorrow or next tomorrow? Yes. Just because at that moment I want to relax. But you have to wake up every day. You have to get to the office. You have to remain in the office. You have to do a yes sir, or listen to people say yes sir. I'm an easy kind of going kind of guy. So there are certain things in the formal industry that doesn't work with me. So I couldn't take it. I stayed for about 2 months, coupled with other, issues, from there and all that. I took them on and I'm like, guy, I'm sorry. And let me do something that doesn't require me being in this office. Anytime we can do this, but man, I miss my game.
Segun's natural drive for acting inspired him to seek out like-minded peers, and together they started a play group known as the Palm Players in Ilorin. Staging plays at the Victory College of Commerce in Kwara State was only the start of a fire that would never be quenched. Segun moved on to bolder, more daring performance adventures. He entered for a popular TV talent program, The Youth Scene, at the NTA Kwara station. The response from family and friends was reward enough for the young and brilliant artist. The quest for wider stages took him to the Dramatic Arts Department of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, a town very far away from his home in Lagos at the time. It was there he met some of the fierce figures of training in stage acting, like Chuck Mike, who guided and nurtured his passion and talent. After his training, Segun played many parts on hundreds of stage plays, traveling around the country with the Anansi Playhouse. Still, the young man yearned for even more stages, a wider reach, bigger performances.
Welcome back, guys. Arinze's career path is quite instructive. Yes, passion comes first. And passion creates something significant. This helped him to create the Black Arrow character in the 90s in the movie Silent Night. Yes, I hope you remember. So guys, coming back to you. What do you have to say to the making of this legend? OJ, can we have you?
Well, it boils down to everything we've said. A legend, at the end of the day, always has the element of passion. That is what brings about that legend, because you would go through the narrative, the story, and you realize that he was persistent. He was passionate about this. He did this. He kept at this, even when it seemed like he was going to fail. He kept at it, because this is one of the few, this industry, you come in, you work for years, and once your time is up, you're not getting any gratuity, any pension. You're back to ground zero.
Zero, yes.
There's nowhere you're running to.
It's really sad.
It's really sad. It's the honest truth. So when you see people who, over the years, have stood their ground, it is not because they have an elixir somewhere, or we have an African jazz or juju. It is that pure passion and commitment to a cause they believe in. That they are willing to pursue no matter what happens. And he is an inspiration to many of us, because you know, we look at, when we have these fears, you know, we have these fears. I'm like, Greg, if tomorrow now they stop calling you, what's going to happen? If they stop calling you and, okay, you try to, you know, to shoot a few stuffs and you don't sell them, what happens? You know, but I can look up to people like this. They were there, even when it was tougher than this. Is it now that social media, saying content is now, the desire for content is so much. I don't think the supply is even enough for the demand.
For the demand, yes.
You know, that should be worried.
Yes.
So he's a beacon. It's a ray of hope for those there right now and upcoming.
Arinze's earliest significant break on national TV came in 1991 when he performed the theme song for the maiden edition of the Nigerian Music Awards, a song which he co-wrote. The multi-talented artist quickly started catching the notice of the industry movers and shakers, so that he was also called on to participate in the Fame Music Awards of the same year as singer and performer. Following this feat up with quite a number of radio jingles and soundtracks, he was thus inspired to attempt professional singing. Arinze had his first music album in 1992 called Dreams on the Premier Music label. But acting was his first love, and it was still calling. It was time for him to start making inroads into acting. At the time, he did not know that his approach would do great things for the movie industry.
Cynthia, what do you have to say about it?
I would say thank you to Uncle Segun Arinze. He's done a great job. Like my able, learned, and talented colleague has just said, he said it all. I mean, he's a huge inspiration to a lot of us and a motivator. Trust me, I am a beneficiary of his knowledge. I have loads of materials from his masterclass and all of that. He is a method actor.
Yes.
So I've been able to learn a lot from him. That alone is a great deal for me.
After 2 decades, Arinze is still regarded as the bad boy of Nollywood. This tag is not as a result of Arinze's private lifestyle. His bad boy title comes from the villain characters that Segun Arinze has given brilliant, authentic life on the screen. Arinze has made playing the villain an art form with his unique use of emphasis, fierceness, and compelling rendering. The villain that was his crowning glory and continues to be the reference point in Arinze's career came when he played the iconic character of Black Arrow, the relentless robber in the crime thriller, The Silent Night Trilogy, from 1996 to 1998. Black Arrow was a roaring success that channeled Arinze's career as the go-to guy for playing movie bad guys. After Black Arrow, other exciting villain roles came Arinze's way, and he did justice to them. Vuga, Battle of Love, and The Return, for which he won Best Actor at the 2004 Reel Awards. For more than 20 years, Arinze has taken his virtuoso as a performer to wider ranges, expressing his many talents on different forums. The actor, aside being a proficient singer, is also a writer, producer, dancer, teacher, voiceover artist, talk show presenter, as well as a public relations consultant. And in performing all of these talents, Arinze continues to put passion first.
So, artists out there, whatever thing we do, whatever career path we choose, yes, we know that passion has to come first. And there comes the responsibility to be a role model for younger actors and just be a better person, you know, be a man and woman of value. And at the end, whatever thing you've done will speak for you.
Sure.
Is that too hard to ask? Like, is that too hard to do, to achieve? Well, that is left to you to answer. So, we've come to the end of this edition of Actors Take, and I want to say a big thank you to Craig Ojefwa and Cynthia Shalom.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, guys. So, till next time, stay inspired. Bye, guys.